what are the most common mistakes that people make when it comes to weight loss? Number one is only focusing on calories in and calories out. So almost everybody who wants to lose weight, including me, I've done all of these mistakes. The number one being, you go online, you look up, okay, if I want to lose weight, there is a standard kind of a measure, this many calories in, this many calories out. You plan your workout, your diet accordingly, and you go with it. Whereas in reality, weight loss is not just about calories in and calories out. It depends on so many more factors, depending on where you are, how old you are, how heavy or light you are, if you have any hormonal imbalances, are you on any medication, have you just delivered a child, or depending again how much of stress you have in your life, do you have any history or any genetic issues. So just calories in and calories out is a very narrow and very flawed approach to weight loss that almost everybody is guilty of, and that doesn't work in the long run. Mistake number two is overdoing it. Overdoing everything. Overdoing your diet, overdoing your training. So instead of slowly, going, okay, reducing your food here, maybe changing your food here, everybody goes from eating junk to eating nothing or just salads the next day. And probably there is a role of media and of people, professionals even, in creating this perfect and thou this aura around weight loss or around people and around food, that we end up doing that. So I'm eating all of this junk and I want to lose weight, and yes, overnight I go on and start eating just salads and grilled chicken. How long am I going to last? It doesn't work. Also the same with training. People end up from being sedentary to suddenly doing like really long hours of training. It could be walking, it could be aerobics, it could be swimming, it could be going to the gym, it could be anything, it could be even yoga. Almost everybody ends up overdoing things, and that makes you vulnerable to injuries, and that is one of the main reasons why people's weight loss stops or plateaus, because people get injured, people are not able to stick to their diet and exercise. So overdoing things is the next major mistake. The third thing is having very, very unrealistic expectations. Now again, we are constantly being bombarded with these images and these ideas that that's how much of weight you should lose, and we see these before and after images. It's very glamorized, people celebrate all of this, and then you start feeling that no matter where you are, physically or mentally, you're supposed to eat and exercise and do whatever you can to adhere to this this idea that your weight loss, your body, everything has to be at par with these these standards that nobody is able to meet. These standards, I don't know who sets them. Maybe we are all guilty of setting them by drooling over them, by appreciating them. But that's not the right way to look at it. Weight loss depends on so many more factors, about how people's lives are, about how people deal with stress in their lives, about how the social circle that they're surrounded with, maybe they have mental health issues, maybe they are on medication, so many things, so many factors. And instead of taking all of that into account, we go into this very, very narrow mode of having extremely unrealistic expectations based on what we see of somebody else's life, of what somebody else is portraying. Whether it's true, whether it's not true, that's up for debate. But even if it is true for them, it is not going to be necessarily true for you. You may not get the same results, even if you follow the same diet and exercise to the T, which is very hard, by the way. But even if you somehow do manage to do it, not necessarily. And people fail to take into account their own relationship with their body, how they feel about it, and just unnecessarily compare themselves with everybody else around. Mistake number 4, not paying attention to their bodies. Okay, and I'm not even asking you to listen to what you feel or your emotions or anything. Just simply paying attention to your body and realizing when is it that you need rest, when is it that you have too much of pain, when is it that you're feeling extremely hungry and maybe you need to change or maybe you need to add food. In this pursuit of being thin, of eating clean, of losing weight, of looking a certain way, we often lose sight of what exactly is important, how important it is to be just plain and simple healthy, even if you're not thin. And we often just lose track of paying attention to ourselves, like how we feel, do we need rest, do I have body pain, and this idea of not listening to your body and just training through all the pain, and maybe your back is paining you and you're sore, you've not taken rest and you're just going to go through it. This is an idea that has been really applauded and even held in very high regard. It's held like in very high esteem in society. People who just go through pain, and our movies, our serials, and our society as such depicts these people as heroes and heroines, and we want to be like them. So we disregard this. We disregard concern for our own health, for our safety, and we just go ahead and try and manage to work through pain, to work through hunger, which is not necessarily good. And it is very unfair to compare yourself with, let us say, because I get this argument a lot, like, somebody else did it and they are this and they are that and they are able to, but that's not how life is. Maybe they are at a great place physically and mentally. But plain and simple, they are just different individuals. But most important it is to pay attention to your body. If you need rest, you need to take rest. If you need to let go of training for one day, you need to let go of training for one day. If you need to add some food to your diet to help your recovery, you need to do that. And that is one of the other major mistakes that people make, just not paying attention to your own body, how you feel, where you are, and just going ahead blindly with a certain diet and exercise. And the last one, which I feel everybody is guilty of, including me, is not allowing yourself the time and the space to fail. The moment we start on a diet or on exercise and we want to lose weight, there is so much of pressure on being this perfect individual who is now going to walk into this ideal sunrise of weight loss and a healthy and a slim body, and it's perpetuated probably again by media, by us, that we feel that now that we start, it's just going to go all smooth. Life is not like that. You're going to have bad days. You're going to encounter the same stressors, the same things that got you here to the place of bad health in the first place. And there's a big chance that you are going to resort to the same coping mechanisms of food or being sedentary, and maybe you have depression, and keeping all of that in mind, there is a big chance that you'll end up failing. You'll end up failing at your diet, you'll end up failing at exercise, and that's okay. You do not have to be perfect to get into great shape. You don't have to be perfect to lose the weight and keep it up. You don't have to be this individual who will never fail. And also on the other hand, if you do end up eating something, that doesn't mean whatever progress you've made is gone. It's not. You just need to get back on track. And these small failures, these small, setbacks are just part and parcel of life. And everybody goes through them. No one is, nobody is ever having a journey that is bereft of any kind of failure, any kind of struggle. So please keep that in mind, and I hope this video helps. If there's anything else you would like me to talk about, please let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon.